All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is close to 10:30 on a Sunday morning. We are here for the C event semifinals of the 2026 Kayser Bonspiel GNCC 5 and under mixed curling. This is, as I said, the C semifinals. These two games, we only have two games going this draw. These teams are playing for the right to appear in the finals in about 4 hours. 3, something like that. This is going to sound a little bit weird. Welcome to the Albany Invitational. On Sheet B, our feature game, we have the Albany 3 team. Mothman stole our Brooms in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. That is a long name. We're just going to call them Mothman from here on out. They're from Albany. They're playing, we'll take the Yellowstones from Pittsburgh. That's one of our games. Over on Sheet C, we have the Yosemite Yodellers from Albany against Fat Bear Sweep from Albany. Yes, 3 of the 4 teams on this are from Albany. So I'll be saying Albany doing this an awful lot, and that's okay. You also probably over in the side of the stream, you'll see some stuff going on over on Sheet A. That's just a best sweeper competition going on. So don't worry about that. That's not really part of the Bonspiel other than it's, people for sweeping rights. So teams are doing their stretching and all of that sort of thing and getting ready to go here. We are a couple minutes behind because the last draw's games went to the end. We'll let you know which teams have hammer and all that sort of thing as soon as we do. I'm reasonably certain that over on Sheet C, Albany will have hammer. My name's Alan McNeil. I've been here all day today, and I'll be here through the rest of it. Also over on the controls, we have Dylan. Say hi, Dylan.
Are you tired?
Dylan can't say hi. His thing is muted. Now he can say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And I believe we'll be being joined by Ken Clark here shortly. He's taking care of some between game business, and will join us on the stream here shortly. Possibly as soon as he puts his headset on. Okay.
Between game business being eating a little bit of a brunch here.
That counts. As always, wonderful food here at the Potomac Curling Club, Kayser Bonspiel. They take good care of us. All right, so we are getting ready to throw our first stone on B. I see a yellow stone in the hack. So yellow has hammer, or red has hammer rather. What I am less certain of is which team is which.
Albany?
Well, no, because that's the one game where it could be Albany versus Pittsburgh. I see a Pittsburgh jacket on the board. So Pittsburgh on the back of yes, Pittsburgh sweeping. Okay, so Pittsburgh is yellow. We'll take the yellow stones. I should have guessed that. Bonus points for not using harsh, cold logic. Against Albany 3, Mothman stole our blah, 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 blah. We'll be throwing red. And
we
over
got
on the other side.
Yosemite Yodellers throwing red here.
Okay. And they also have hammer.
Which one is that? Is that Albany 4 or Albany 1?
4.
Okay. So Albany 4 is red?
Yes. Yeah, the Yodellers are Albany 4.
Is yellow, and who are they? They are Fat Bear Sweep. Okay. All right, now that we have all of our information on our high-tech system here, we'll get going. These are the only 2 games we have on the ice this draw, so we're not going to give you any updates from A and D unless somebody falls over and hurts themselves on A, and we probably won't even mention that. But, so, yeah. Where are we at? We are working on the second lead stones. Currently, the yellow lead, Dan Cober, is in the house and throwing out. Looks like he was being asked to draw in behind that center guard that was earlier provided. So as we say, these teams are in the C event semifinals. They're playing for the right to be in the C event final. There were 36 teams in this Bonspiel when they started on Thursday. We are down to the final 10. 6 of our finalists have been determined. 2 of these 4 teams will compete for the C. The 2 teams that are left in the A are competing for the right to go to the national championships for the under 5 curling. These guys have all been eliminated from that competition, but they're still playing for pride and, frankly, a fairly nice shiny trophy. So there have been a lot of names of long standing in the GNCC whose names are engraved on that C event trophy. So there is something to be said for that. All right, they just kind of chipped that center guard, and that is a violation of the center line no-tick rule. As you see, they're putting the stones back to where they are for those of you who may be newer to the game. The first 5 stones of the end are a thing called free guard zone. Basically, you're not allowed to remove guards. Those are the stones that are in front of the house from play. And starting last season, a new additional aspect to the rule was that stones, which are guards on that center line, cannot be removed from the center line for the first 5 stones of the end, or it is a penalty. The non-offending team has the option, kind of like in the NFL where you can decline a penalty. They can decline and just take the result. That's fine. Or they can have the thrown stone removed from play and the guard restored to its position, which is what they chose to do here. And we'd like to welcome all the concurrent viewers to this thing for some 10 a.m. Sunday morning curling. If you have any questions about the games, anything else about the Bonspiel, or just want to ask us how the weather here is in Potomac, pro tip, it's cold. Feel free to type that into our chat window, and we will respond to those as quickly as we see them.
Or even if you have any obscure ruling questions, because Alan is an official that you may see in some of the national level competitions in the background.
I have been in the background of enough shots. They're sending me my SAG card next month. It's great. I'm joking, but yeah, my job at a lot of national events is to sit in the corner very unobtrusively and very quietly. If you see me moving, something has gone horribly wrong. Stone is on its way for we'll take yellow stones from Pittsburgh, the one not Albany team in this draw.
Yeah, they were going for the hit, but it's going to bump back and move the guards around.
Guard. That might jam on that red in the back. No, slid past it. So, no significant change in the situation.
Yep, still have a offset center guards, just in a different place.
Yep. We did ask some of the teams from Albany, upstate New York, during the break, how they felt about the weather that we thoughtfully provided for them. Lots of snow cover, cold temperatures. So they said it felt like home, which is probably why so many of them are still doing well in the Bonspiel. It's practically a home game.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
What's the of all the teams that came, who came the farthest? Do we know? I'm just curious.
We don't know, but we have technology.
I didn't look at the whole field.
We have technology where we can probably figure out the answer.
Probably do it this way too.
Let's see.
Here. Let's see.
We got Pittsburgh, Albany, Schenectady, Jersey, Rocket City. Probably Rocket City.
Yeah, I think it's hard to beat Rocket City.
Unless a team came from Vegas, which does not appear to be the case.
No.
Yeah, ironically, the Vegas Curling Club is a member of the GNCC. Which we actually had a couple of our other GNCC championships out there earlier this season. Are the Club National qualifiers were actually out there, which from what I've heard from the teams who went out there, the teams were very happy that they had lots to do between draws. I believe Las Vegas will survive. I am not 100% certain.
I can't remember. Does Rocket City, did they get their dedicated ice yet, or is that still working on it?
I believe they're building out. I think
it's this coming season is when it'll be ready.
Yeah,
I heard.
I believe they're building. Well, they're converting an existing building, but I believe the conversion is underway. They're working on their ice grid, all that kind of stuff. which will present some interesting things for the Arena National Championships next year, because Rocket City has traditionally been a powerhouse in that. But they will no longer be eligible to be the Arena National Champions anymore, because they will no longer be an arena club.
Yep.
And all of the other arena clubs have probably gone hallelujah, because those guys they won a lot, we'll put it that way.
Because curling is just like rocket science.
Frankly, yeah. It always was fun when the Rocket City team was playing the Houston team at Arena Nationals. They had some because both teams had several NASA people on them. It was friendly, but it was spirited competition. It was funny.
We actually have another GNCC team that's way out west.
What's that?
Roadrunner in Albuquerque. They're
Okay.
a small arena club.
I did not know that Albuquerque was in the. Welcome to the GNCC Albuquerque.
Yeah, they. I don't think they have a lot of. I don't know how big the club is, and I know the facility they curl out of. I think they only have 2 sheets. Because it's arena ice, but they have like kind of dedicated parts of the ice that are for them. It's a little weird. So
Okay.
the arena that they curl out of, there's two ice rinks, but there's actually little pass-through areas that connect the 2 ice rinks in the corners.
Okay.
And that's where the curling sheets are located.
That's either clever or horrible.
So
I'm not
they
sure
can
which.
so they can actually lift up the corner boards and make one big loop.
Which then means that people are skating on the curling sheets.
When the curling isn't there. So that's why it's still an arena.
Yeah.
There's still arena
okay.
ice because it's not dedicated, but
I completely believe you, but I need to see this.
Yeah, it's a unique setup. I didn't curl when I was down there because it was before I started curling,
Sure.
but I have skated at that arena a lot.
Okay.
And so it is an interesting setup.
I imagine so.
So here on sheet B, the previous yellow rock had a beautiful hit and roll to get behind a red.
That is a well-placed guard, or well-placed scoring stone, actually, rather.
And now they just need to, I think they're either trying to block the draw path or draw another one in.
Who has hammer this in? They didn't hang it.
It's
Yellow
red.
Red has hanger? Oh,
Yeah,
red has
this
hanger,
is
okay.
the first skip yellow here.
Alright.
For June, we said her name is pronounced?
Yes. That is, at least that's how that's her preferred nom de curl or whatever. They said she does have a legal name, but they tried to pronounce it for me. I failed miserably, so they were like, June's good. She calls herself June. Cool. She's June. Stone's on the way. Had a pretty decent draw. The Vice seemed content with it. Now they're wanting to bring it in. Trying to induce some curl. I realize I'm shouldering my age now, but I still can't get over, hey, sweep to curl. What? No. It's not how that works. It is how it works, but it didn't used to be. In my day.
So now red's looking at doing a run back of their own red into the yellow. It's very tight. You're going to need a lot of weight on it.
Yep. So, and over here in our other game on sheet C, yellow currently has 4 in the house, as red is throwing their first skip stones to try to do something about it, and all that they successfully did was chip that guard out. The Yosemite Yodellers from Albany could be in big trouble because Fat Bear Sweep from Albany is currently laying 4. They have a couple guards to use. They're getting ready to throw their final stone. Red's going to have some problems here in a minute on sheet C.
So on sheet B, the first red rock for the Albany team.
Ron Burkhart, the Albany skip.
Looking pretty good for their hit. They got to hold it straight.
I'm not sure they're past the guard.
No, it's
They're
going
not.
to be
They're
close.
chipping the guard.
Nope.
They chipped the top guard. And that is why you place cards.
Oh, and it put another guard back on,
mystery
unfortunately.
bonus points. They moved a guard in. They moved a guard in even better. That's a problem for them.
Well, there's still a double run back, which, because the rocks are fairly close, it's certainly reasonable.
It's theoretically possible, sure. June seems content with her call.
She'd like to get another one out counting the red.
Sure, and preferably over on the other side of the sheet to split it, which would basically cause a force.
So either a draw or a tap back. I'm not sure what she's calling for there.
She's probably calling the draw, but tap back will also serve her purposes if the stone happens to overcurl. Fairly decent classical form on that delivery. Feels a little heavy. Well, it is still first end. And they got the sweepers on it, so
yeah,
maybe they know something I don't know.
Yeah, it's not too heavy, especially if they're going for the tap back now.
They split the guard. That does not do the job. But so red has two choices. They can play the conservative draw to the 4 foot to take their one, or they can try the. Yeah, they would have to try the double run back, which would actually be a shot for potentially 3 if they executed it. Meanwhile, over on sheet C, red is doing the Houston, we got a problem. Yellow has 5 in the house. Red has their hammer. They have no route because of guards. They have no route to even have a button draw. So all that they can do is they're hitting the top of the 5-pack and hoping that as many of them as possible go. They're giving up at least 1 here. They're probably giving up many more than that. It's just a question of what that number is going to be. Solid high-speed delivery thrown. Sweeper is on it. We have contact. Boom, boom, boom. They got rid of 2. Frankly, that's pretty good. They cut it down to 3. They actually have to be happy with that.
On sheet B, I think the plan is not one of the ones that you said. From the way that what she pointed at was ticking their red. That's just their inner red.
Okay.
Ticking it over a little bit.
That's certainly an idea. They must have confidence in their skills that way. The stone is cutting right. It's going to chop that top guard. It's going to give yellow. Yellow steals 1 in the first end, so we'll take yellow stones. Is up 1-0 over Mothman. Stole our Brooms in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I don't know what's so pleasant about it, but that's okay. So Pittsburgh goes up 1-0. So while we have a moment, we would like to mention one of our primary event sponsors of this stream, the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, March 19 to 22nd, 2026. Right here at this very same curling club. 32 team, 4 bracket, pure bracket event. No pool play, none of that kind of stuff. It's just pure bracket. 32 teams. If more than 32 teams sign up by the February 15th deadline, a lottery will be held to determine which teams get in. There will be a maximum of 6 Potomac teams. And yeah, sign-ups are available.
And the winner gets a extra prize that we've never had before, and you can only get by winning the Cherry Blossom. Is a set of 4 Brooms for the winning team with the Cherry Blossom logo on it.
Yes, customized for the Cherry Blossom with special broom wraps. I've seen them. They look beautiful. And if you're interested in that, go ahead and sign up your team at www.curldc.org by February 15th. If there are still spaces in the spiel after that, late registrations will be accepted, but we're not really expecting it. So get your reservations in. Actual cherry blossoms not guaranteed, but given the snow, cherry blossoms are usually late, so we probably will be.
Okay, little hit on sheet C, and we're also looking the tempted guard here on sheet B. We came into the house, so June wants to hit it out of there.
Sweepers kind of wanted to get on it, but
Yeah, it's
June
got
very
to
quickly
curl to
called
not
them off.
jam on their own rock.
It should be a nose now.
Yep, nice.
Nice read.
They would have liked to have a little roll on that to the other side, but
Yeah, but they'll take it. So now I think that Ron is asking for the hit of that stone in. He'd probably be happiest if the shot stone, if the target thrown stone were to roll in behind the cover.
definitely going to be a hit.
Yeah.
Don't think they're going to
Kind
get
of a
past
down-
nose
kind of a-
much.
Not unless it
Well-
really cuts. No, it's not going to be short at nose even. Actually, pure nose. Straight nose replace, which that's fine at this stage of the game. Still early times here.
So now June wants to try
Yep.
that hit and roll you were just talking about.
Yep.
The classic hit and roll motion there.
Yeah.
So just a down weight hit. We're looking at maybe hack weight.
We would like to welcome our viewers to the stream. If you have any commentary to make, feel free to pop it into the chat, and we will acknowledge it and say hey. And speaking of which, hey, Lana Andrew 9947.
Ian Andrew.
Ian Andrew. All right, she got the hit. She didn't get the roll. But it is sitting up there at the splitting the 12-foot up top. Yellow lies 1, up 1-0 here in this second act. I think this is the first time I've seen the Pittsburgh Curling Club sweatshirts. That's a well done design. With the bridges and
Yep.
Skyline.
They turn the rivers into the sheets.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's cold enough there now that you could curl on those rivers.
They probably could have. Yeah, they probably could have an outdoor spiel there right now. Yeah. So could we, frankly, because it's been below 20 for a week. We've probably got thick enough ice all over the place.
Yeah, the on the National Mall, that reflection pool, I think I calculated once you could fit something like 140 curling rinks on there.
Wow, that's
Because it's just wide enough that you can have the curling ring sideways on the.
What
reflection
are
pool.
they? Okay, a little bit of confusion here on B. I guess they must have tapped the stone.
Yeah, somebody must have hit it with a broom or
Okay.
photo or something. I didn't see.
Yeah, but both sides seem to be happy with it. It's fine. So no harm, no foul.
Yep.
Well, okay, technically a foul, but not a foul that anybody cares anything about. It's fine.
No harm done.
No harm done.
And both teams are happy, so
Yep, everybody's happy.
nobody's calling for Allen to come out
My
there and
inner
make a ruling.
official is satisfied. Fortunately, I don't think any of those folks know that I'm an official, so I can probably just kind of keep it quiet.
Yep.
All right, little tap back, split in maybe.
Yep. And also a very nice bury. It's going to
Uh,
overbury
yep.
a little. Yeah, it's exposed
Yeah.
on the outside, but it's buried enough that red is going, I don't want to deal with that right now. And I don't blame him. Albany's second, Brady Sweeney, throwing his second stone of the end, trying to bury behind the cover. I don't think he's got the line quite right for that. The weight was beautiful, but I think the line is going to be a little, he's a little wide. He's exposed in the back of the 4-foot. Pretty sure that June is just going to, June is apparently a big fan of the hit and roll under game.
Yeah.
At least this end. This is about the third one of those she's called for in a row. Asking her vice, Houston Zemanski, to execute that.
Looks pretty good. It's got to curl a little, but it should. Well, we'll get the hit and roll on the outside anyway.
Does it have the hit yet?
Yeah, I think they got the hit.
I'm not convinced. Okay, got the hit. Just enough. Okay.
Yep.
Out of the rings.
I don't mind that. The rock was in the back of the house, so having the yellow roll out is fine too.
I mind it as somebody who trips and falls over those stones all the time.
Yeah.
Frankly, I would be okay if we made the back line curved so that once a stone was out of, it was gone. But
I have seen those come into play, though. So
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, because if they freeze onto that,
Yeah.
then it's going to be sitting in.
Sure, completely.
Well, I've even seen one that was way far out come into play because they got an in off that just rolled in to bite.
Yeah.
So
I know. It's a thing. It's not a hill that I'm going to die on. Or it could.
So red was chasing the yellow here,
It's not going to
but
be a
missed
problem
it.
now.
And
Problem
yep,
solved. Stone
right.
gone.
I don't think that
No-
was the plan A, though, to get rid of that biter.
no
back
injuries.
line one.
All right, so June is calling for a third stone up in the top of the 12, and she's correctly judging that if it happens to go too far, it ends up burying, which is also fine. So she kind of likes, she probably likes her odds here.
Yep,
you know?
plan
She's
A, top 12.
Yep, she has plan A through roundabout F covered here perfectly fine, as long as Houston doesn't way under or overcook it. This will be perfectly acceptable from her point of view. Okay, they said it was a little narrow, but I don't think it's so narrow that it's going to be a problem. She called the sweepers back off of it, so she's not concerned too much. She maybe should be. It's starting to cut. Now they're doing it for length, I think. Is it gonna get to the house? Yes, it is. It's gonna bite the top house. That's pretty sure that was about A, wasn't it?
Yep, that's plan A.
And now it looks like Ron is saying, yeah, you know that stone that I didn't want to go after earlier? It's time to go after. Appears to be asking Kassandra, his vice, also relative of some sort, judging by the similar last name, to go after the stone.
Oh, it's a little wide.
It does look a little wide. But it's starting to think about coming. And they're encouraging it.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know,
they get to it.
actually,
Yep.
that's may not have enough juice.
Oh. Well,
Didn't quite have enough juice for the takeout, and really where it left it ended up, it's buried. It's on the back 4 foot behind that 12-foot stone. It's reachable, but right now June up 1-0 already.
Trying to decide which side to draw in on. So
She has an embarrassment of riches at the moment. She appears to be calling for a top 12 biter kind of thing over here on the right.
yep, so choosing to draw.
I'm not 100% sure that's what I would do. I'm concerned about Team Mothman coming in on the other side with enough to tap my stone in the back 4 and roll full into the 4.
Yeah, I'd prefer the other side too, because I think they even have a better draw path to the 4 foot than they would on this side.
Yeah,
so.
frankly, you're not wrong. Yeah. So,
but this side is better guarded. So if she actually gets this in, then you know, into the 4 foot top 8. Then
well,
it's
yeah, she's calling for top 12, judging from her original broom placement. But I think you're right. I think she'd be happy if it went a little bit long and pulled into the 8 foot
because
or
of those
4 foot.
guards. Yeah, I'd love to have that in the top
There,
8.
that is an interesting sweeping technique. Not 100% sure it's legal.
Well, he did finish to the side.
He did finish the side. I guess it's okay, but it's also very dangerous. Okay, so it did that whole let's pop it into the, actually all the way to the 4 foot.
Perfectly
Right in the
guarded.
cover. Yeah, it's fine. But he's, the sweeper there, who is that? That is probably Dawn. Not sure I'm a huge fan of that sweeping technique.
And why would he call that dangerous, Alan?
Because all of his body weight was over the broom, over the stone, but it was in an awkward position. All he would have to do is slip just a little bit, and he's going to fall on his broom and on the stone, which would burn the stone, but that's not the problem. That just looks like looked like a position that's asking for a potential injury. But he's an adult. He has agency. What he was doing, he was moving the broom side to side. He did not finish in front of the stone. So what he did was perfectly legal. Don't catch that.
That's close.
Albany almost interfered with Albany there.
All right, so the red draw coming in is just going to tap that yellow back a little further.
Although the spin in is going to come to a degree to
Yep,
where that
okay.
is acting as a cut down, but
Right.
it's also completely exposed and in a very removable position. So are they going to take the guard to accept? Wait, is this hammer? This is yellow. No, yellow doesn't have hammer. Red has hammer. Where's the other
Just
red
yellow.
stone? Where's the other red
It's,
stone? Oh,
it-
it's over on sheet A for some reason. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just accepting the fact they're being cut down to 2 and putting a guard up, which that's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I'd like to have it out counting that red and sitting 3, but
I
just
mean,
barely out counting the red. Would
but
be
well,
really
no,
nice.
if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna nose that red and be sitting 5,
Yep.
and the stone ends up in the same position basically.
We have
yeah,
a
not bad. Yeah.
draw for 2, open draw for 2
And it's
on sheet C with the
the
hammer.
hammer. Okay.
They just got to touch paint with only a few guards out in the front.
Why do they only have 1 sweep?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
They're on it hard sweeping. They got past the guard, so all they got to do is get there. They got
Yep.
there. All right, that does that job perfectly fine. Are there only 7 curlers? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's only 7 curlers on that sheet. Somebody must be injured or sick or unavailable or something.
All right, sheet B, June got her yellow guard just where she wanted it, guarding the shot rock.
Yep. So Yosemite Yodellers come back 3-2 over Fat Bear Sweep. Now the interesting question that I have with that is they're running as a 3-person team. Their throwing order is basically forced on them because you have to alternate men and women where possible.
Yep.
So, yeah, so basically the throwing order was just forced on them. It is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, so it's listed as an Albany team, but really 2 out of the 3 players are Potomac, so. And then Shannon and David, their leads, are both out of Potomac now, but they used to be Albany, and they know these Albany players.
So again, the weather we've had over the last week probably makes them feel like they're right at home.
Yeah.
I could say that having lived in Liverpool, just outside Syracuse, for 6 years. I think I still have snow in some of my clothes. All right, so this is the hammer for red. He's trying to get in with a hit and stick to get 1. I don't think this is going to do it, though. This is sliding past the outside. It's not
Yep.
even making contact. It's through the house. That's a steal of 2 yellow. Makes it 3-0. Will Take Yellowstones is taking the lead. 3-0 over Mothman Stole our Brooms in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. I still want to know what's so pleasant about Point Pleasant.
No idea. I'm not even sure what part of the state that would be.
The western part.
Or if there even is a Point Pleasant.
Yeah,
West
that's
Virginia.
also that's actually, as I was speaking, I'm like, I wonder if that's even an actual.
If only there was a box that had answers to questions.
Let's see. So it was Point Pleasant.
That's what the team name says.
Oh, there is a Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
And what does it point at?
Point Pleasant, West Virginia is all the way over on the very western
So I was right.
border with Ohio.
Way over there.
And is it on
Yep.
some sort of point?
Well, the state's kind of pointy out there, so yeah.
It's right at the where 2 rivers come together. One is the
okay.
Ohio, and the other one is the Kanawha River, where it joins into the Ohio
All right.
and forms a little bit of a point.
And it is a very pleasant point apparently.
Apparently, or they have good marketing at least.
Why you would be in Point Pleasant, West Virginia? It's a
Because you want to be close to Ohio, but not quite in it.
But why would Mothman want to steal Brooms from there?
His floors were dirty. I mean, the team definitely leans into it because they got the whole Mothman jerseys and all that kind of thing. So, and apparently there's some bridge of meaning because their jersey has a bridge.
Huh. I guess, yeah, there's the rivers right there, so.
Yeah. Although we point out that they're actually from Albany. So
Yes.
they're not from anywhere near West Virginia.
Right. And they wouldn't even go through there on their way between here and Albany.
I mean, they could, but it would be a peculiar choice.
And what would their Brooms be doing there anyway? Because I've never heard of any curling in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah, that too.
You don't know.
But maybe it's on those frozen rivers.
Yeah. We could go out and ask them, but we probably shouldn't interrupt their game, so we won't. If we had a sideline reporter, we could get it at halftime. Alas, we have no sideline reporter.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be able to get the answer for the next draw.
Or maybe there's somebody in our chat who knows.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true. There's 23 concurrent viewers, so one of y'all might know.
And somebody must be from Albany.
Yeah.
Odds are good. Actually, I want to know, is anybody on chat from Pittsburgh?
Let us know.
Let us know. And if any of y'all are from Albany / Schenectady, because those two clubs really aren't that far from each other, I'm going to be up there in about 6 weeks to do the college nationals as an official. Is there a good hotel that you would recommend? Because I have to stay in a hotel for like 5 nights. So looking for recommendations. Pretty sure Mothman is from Point Pleasant.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Inquiring minds want to know, what is Mothman? I'm going to assume it's a man shaped like a moth, or possibly a moth shaped like a man. Or just somebody with some peculiar hobbies.
Okay. So, in folklore, it is a humanoid creature that was reportedly seen around Point Pleasant.
Does he notably have a thing for brooms?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, nice draw here on sheet B.
That is a very well executed back 4-foot draw behind cover.
Oh, and the bridge that's on their shirts is probably a reference to the collapse of the Silver Bridge, which has at least been claimed to be related to the sightings of Mothman.
Okay, so the reason Mothman needed the brooms is because he had to clean up after the bridge collapse.
Yep, I guess so. And there's actually a statue of Mothman in Point Pleasant.
Okay.
And they have a whole festival for it, too. Okay.
All right, now we know.
So yellow draw coming in. Are they going to get to that red? I think
Wow,
they
look
are.
at that stone move.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's probably why they choose that side, because they knew they were getting a lot of curl over there.
At
that weight.
At back weight,
Yeah.
back weight hit with that just dove like it ran over something or something.
Yeah, on that
I mean,
particular line.
but it was deliberate. I mean, it was deliberate. It wasn't. I'm not saying there was a pick or anything. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
they played this sheet before, and they know that they're getting a lot of swing on that line.
Yeah. All right, so we are working our way through the third ends here in our 2 C event games. After these are over, there'll be a break of approximately an hour or so while they get they were going to do a scrape and all that kind of prep stuff, and then also give these two teams an opportunity to get a little bit of rest before they come back in for the finals of the Kayser Bonspiel.
So Mothman and repeated their previous draw, this time top 4 instead of back 4.
Oh.
June thinks they can get to it hack weight. You can see about almost half from the hack, or about half.
Okay.
See how much curl we get on this side at hack weight.
I feel like that's expecting a lot of curl at hack weight. Because June is calling for a solid 2.5 feet of curl at hack. That's a lot. On the other hand, though, that stone's already breaking, and she's fighting to keep it straight. So she knows something I don't know. Because they're going to get there. And they got it through. They tapped their stone, but that's fine. Spilled the shooter, also lost the shooter and the object stone, but still got the hit.
Does mean their yellow stone is completely exposed now.
Yep, but it appears, based on the broom action that I'm seeing, they're just kind of calling for the draw. Fat Bear Sweep just drew into the button as we're working our way through skip stones over there, what you'd see.
So sheet B, we've got plenty of weight.
Just looking for the draw.
Originally, then, yep, nice draw. Are they going to count the yellow? Yes.
Yeah, it looks that way. Yep. Just barely, but just barely counts. On the center line, behind the staggered guards. Top 4. That's a pretty solid shot.
Oh.
Stone's on the way. They're just calling for a draw, trying to outdraw the current shot stone. There is some room to get there if they get the weight in the line right. Calling on it for lines, because at the moment it's going to tap that stone. It's not going to get there. It doesn't have the weight. All it's going to be now is a guard up.
Yeah, still plenty of room to draw around that guard they just threw, though. So, red rock looks a bit heavy. They may get the yellow rock, though.
I think they got a field goal.
Well, they get the yellow rock, but don't move it far enough to change anything.
And they might be out counting that yellow for third shot. No, that yellow's still better, I think. Doesn't really matter, because as it stands, that red shot touching the 4 ain't going anywhere.
But we got 4 rocks left to go here.
Yep.
Starting skip stones. June coming on down here. Her turn to try drawing in. Seems like the ice is a little bit slower than we've seen in some other draws, which isn't surprising because it is only 2 games going on out there, which tends to slow things down.
True that.
Especially on a very cold morning here in Maryland.
Which it definitely is that, yet again. I believe January went in the books as the coldest January we have had in Maryland in quite some time.
So, I don't think it's gonna crash on something, I think. Is it?
No, it's gonna pass. It's gonna be a weight thing. It might actually outdraw. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Nice job, June.
Nicely drawn.
And sweepers.
Yep. Nicely drawn to the splitting the tee. Just touching the button over here on the right-hand side. It's pretty well buried as well.
Yeah, and with the swing they're getting, you can probably move it far enough to get shot, but whether you can move it far enough to get two, I don't know.
And I don't think you move enough to get it out and stick anywhere useful. I think I think you can take the yellow out, so red's lying one, but I don't think red makes two out of the. Is this not hammer?
No, they got two left here.
Yeah. So you could do a two-stone play to get past it.
A little wider than the Broom, but how's that curl? It's moving.
It's starting to cut now. Here it comes. And now they're encouraging it. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, they'll
it's going to
get
have
to
some
the yellow.
contact. They got to the yellow. They got it to move.
Excellent. And, well,
just
they're
enough.
sitting
And they're sitting
two. Yeah.
Now, that red is exposed.
Yeah.
So actually, there's a problem with that because what that leaves exactly what the skip is. Yeah, exactly what June is seeing, which flop that on even just backline weight, frankly, and kick the red over full into the 8-foot, roll over towards the button. You're
right.
sitting two, and you've made it pretty inaccessible.
Even the same draw she just threw is still there.
Yeah.
Over on sheet C, it looks like Fat Bear Sweep ended with a score of 4.
Oh, wasn't even looking.
Yep.
So that makes that a 7-2 game. All right, June with her last stone of this third end, looking to deal with the problem. Okay, sweepers are saying it's a little hot, a little heavy. Starting to come back. It's gonna just flash it in. Red 2 with a draw for a third. Yep.
With backing.
With backing.
Although if they run into their own, then it wouldn't count. So they don't want to use their own as backing. Well, they bump out there.
Probably.
Just get two if they
well, yeah, if they hit it with any I mean, they got a couple inches to play with, but only a couple. So yeah, but yeah, they're just obviously just calling it for the draw.
Yeah, they just got to touch 4-foot.
Yep. Ron Burkhart. Mothman stole our broom. Looking to steal a 3 out of this, although it actually would be with a hammer, so it's not actually a steal, but looking to steal the momentum. Get this game back to a tie. Delivery's on its way. It's still drifting out. It has not started to come back yet. Okay, here it comes. No, it's not coming back yet. Okay, they're starting to induce.
Here it comes. It's moving now.
Yeah, they'll get to the yellow, I think.
Which is fine, as long as they don't bounce out, which they're gonna. Oh, it sticks. Yep, that's good enough.
That's 3.
Nice.
Job done. All right.
Ties it up.
We have wasted the past 45 minutes. It is a 3-3 game after 3 ends.
I guess it's going to be a 5 maybe?
Well, I don't know. How's the clock?
Well, yeah, actually.
They have an hour or two? Yeah, good shape. Potentially a 5-end game at this point. So for those of you who may be wondering what the heck we're just talking about, these games are on a timer in order to get the entire event done in time. The game started with an allocation of an hour and 50 minutes from when they started, which was about 5 minutes late, but that's okay. At that hour 50 mark, they can finish the end that they have begun. An end is considered, this came into play last draw, so we now know an end is considered completed as soon as the last stone, the hammer stone, has been released. As long as that occurs before the clock hits 0, they can play the following end. So they've got that hour and 2 minutes to basically play 4 ends, which is budget. So as long as they play expeditiously, they're okay. Also, in case it matters, the tiebreaker format in this is a 8 rocks for each team, mini end. Each player on each team will throw 1 stone. The first 3 stones will be free guard zone. And if that end turns into a blank end, the team without the hammer wins. So the team with the hammer has to get at least 1, or they lose. But all of those problems are a solid hour away from now, so let's not worry about that quite yet. We are here in our feature game on Sheet B. Albany 3 versus Pittsburgh. Tie game. Still working our way through the early stones here of this 4th end. There's 1 yellow rock just barely touching the top 12, and there's a red guard on the other side of the center. So red getting ready to throw their 2nd stone of the end. Which is gonna get the hit and roll out. So house is clear. Over on our sheet C game, Albany is currently in the house. Albany's attempting to do something about it. Albany was trying to get a 2nd stone over here against these yellow backings that are over there on the left. They came up very short. Really just kind of turned into a corner guard. So Albany is lying 1. Albany is going to attempt to take that out. Yes, it's an Albany versus Albany game. Albany 4 versus Albany 1. The numbers just are related to every club in the GNCC was entitled to send 1 team. If the spiel hadn't filled, the clubs had to rank their teams in order of who was going to get in. They were responsible for determining that on their own. They could do it via playoff. They could do it via random draw. They could do it by who signed up first, however they wanted to do it. But that's what the numbers do mean. So that Albany 1 team was going to be Albany's team if they had only gotten 1. Now, as it turned out, the 36 teams in the spiel came from far less than 36 clubs. So Albany, in fact, sent 4 teams, 5, because they had another one in the previous draw. Schenectady sent a couple.
Schenectady sent 5. Triangle sent 5.
Potomac had 6. So, which, I mean, that's typical. It's these spiels tend to be populated heavier by the teams which are comparatively local because, won't travel. And GNCC is a large region. It is the entire east coast of the United States plus. Las Vegas and Albuquerque and a couple of other clubs from the Midwest.
Yep. Probably much to the chagrin of the more local regions out in those areas.
So that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
That gets into a whole big political thing
that
we do not need to discuss here.
No, we don't.
We do not. Actually, they're both gone. Pull the other one too. Yep. Okay.
They just wanted to make sure they didn't hit that other one.
Yeah,
That's right there.
Absolutely. No complaints about the procedure there.
Yep. And that is a symptom of our sheets being just a little narrower than regulation.
Yeah. At least we don't have the thing like we had last season where sheet C and sheet D were sharing a little bit of ice.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm so glad that they got the lines down straight this year.
Theoretically fixed next year because we're going to be putting in new ice and new catwalks and all of the things. And if I understand correctly, we're stealing a couple of extra inches somehow out of the new catwalks is what I've heard. I'm not really sure how we're doing that, but
I wasn't tracking any adjustment side to side. I know they're shifting how much of the size of the catwalks on each end because they're going to steal a couple inches from this end and give them to the far end.
Right, but I also think they're making it slightly wider is what
Okay.
I think.
I don't know how they're going to accomplish
There's
that.
not a whole heck of a lot of room over there to do that, so maybe I misunderstood the plans. I don't know. Regardless.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of posts in the way.
Yeah, just little insignificant things that are holding up the roof. Who needs that?
Yeah.
And that work begins basically the moment the curling season ends in the beginning of April.
Yeah, they're going to...
I have no idea how we're getting all that done in one off season, but...
I think I heard that maybe we're going to be like a week delayed opening next season.
I would still be amazed if they're going to get that done that fast.
I mean, they're going to turn off the chillers instantly as soon as the final fling is over.
Sure.
And I don't know if they're planning on expediting the melting process instead of just letting it go naturally.
I mean, they can because they don't have to be concerned about preserving the sand.
That's true.
Because in fact they want to get rid of the sand. Now they do have to be careful. They can't damage the tubes because they need to make sure that it's not Freon, but the artificial Freon.
The glycol or whatever that's in there, whatever is
the
filling.
Stuff.
Yeah, the coolant.
Yeah.
Whatever it's made
They have to
of.
be very careful about that because environmental reasons, which understandable.
Yeah,
solid.
because whatever it is
is a little toxic, and by a little I mean a lot. All right, so they're trying really hard to sweep this red stone in to turn it into a second counter. I think they're going to pull it off. Yeah, they did.
Yes, they will.
They got there just far enough. Now, it's very exposed, so June could certainly deal with that if she so desires. Does she so desire? Oh, it's not June. I'm sorry. We're still on Vice Stones. I thought June was getting ready to throw. That's actually her Vice Houston getting ready to throw.
I mean, but June's still the one making the decision on whether or not to deal with it.
True, but... Houston in the hack, sliding out. I believe I saw June is actually calling for an in-off off that red stone that was just thrown.
Oh.
Might be what you call it, but it's not what she's doing. She may be in-offing off the deeper red. She's got the hit. Is it going to be solid enough to stick, or is it going to roll through? It's gonna. Beautiful.
Oh, that is so good.
So there is a gap big enough to hit it there.
Where?
Very tight. Between the yellows.
Oh, that is a very narrow port.
Yeah, it's there.
I wouldn't have wanted to go through that when I was throwing stick, which I am not anymore.
And they're calling for it. I mean, got a couple of rocks left if you move one of the yellows.
Yeah, I mean, peeling either of those yellows is perfectly acceptable. Yeah.
You got to get that rock out of there regardless. So.
Well, it's certainly got to be high enough speed. The moment it feels like it's going to chop that top yellow. Maybe not. Yeah. Going to chop both yellows.
Or actually promote the, well, okay. Pushes it far enough that it's not.
Not bad. Get rid of some yellows.
Yep.
Open things up.
When in doubt, clear guards. Clear guards. Clear guards.
Yep.
Now June's, okay. Houston is trying hard to talk June into the in-off off those reds. Two reasons why Houston's thinking that way, in my opinion, one of which is if the stone's not in the house, you can't score with it. So that does have the advantage if it gets rid of one of those reds. And it would also, he could roll under that cover, which June seems to be a big fan of the hit and roll game. So, okay, this is, they've come to an agreement.
I've just done a hit on that near line, but more or less on that line, so they kind of know that side of the sheet.
It's absolutely the correct shot. There's zero argument in my head that anything else is the right answer.
Yep. Not that the draw on the other side is good too, but
yeah, but make the other team do that. Don't give it to them.
Well, definitely got the hit here. And is it going to get the roll?
Gonna hit something. Is it going to be the right angle to take them both? No.
But they get a roll and they're counting two, so.
Counting two. It's fine. So yellow has hammer here. So that's the Pittsburgh team has the hammer. So they're in charge of the end right now, as we're getting ready for Ron's first skips stone of this third end in a tie game. It's been very well fought, frankly.
How's that draw on sheet C? Is it
not quite deep
not
enough.
quite counting?
It's a little short.
Little short. So red is sitting one and has a draw there on hammer. Yes, and has a draw for two to get back in the game. It would be 7-4 if they execute that.
They got to get a little more than a bite.
Yep, they got a solid chomp.
So sheet B, trying to draw here. Is it going to curl?
I think he'd like to freeze to that one behind the 4-foot. That would be a beautiful shot. The weight's feeling good. If the curl develops, which we have a lot of late developing curl, it's going to be a little deep. It's going to slide past, I think.
Just barely misses. So about a 1/4 inch gap there.
Yep.
So, but it is out counting the front yellow, I think. Is it? Maybe not. It might be.
I'm not willing to state my
that's
professional.
a measure.
Yeah,
I'm not willing to state my professional reputation.
That's one where I can't tell you. That's a measurement.
But if you tap back your yellow a little bit and bump that red.
Oh, and the Yodelers end up going just a little deep.
So only took the one?
They'll only get the one.
Oh. So that makes that a 7-3 game at the halfway mark.
So still staying in the game.
Staying alive, staying alive.
They're doing pretty good. They got 49 minutes.
I do have to say,
Yeah,
I do like the outfits, the sweatshirts that they have with the bears admiring themselves in the mirror. Damn, I might have to call in thick today. That's solid. I approve. My approval is, of course, completely necessary. All right, June throwing her first stone of this fourth end. If this was NBC Olympics coverage, they would say pivotal fourth end because they like to say pivotal a lot.
Yep.
This feels light.
Yeah, they need to get it past the guard. It's not going to make it.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, it might sneak past the guard, but it's not going to have the weight.
Nope, not quite.
Wicks off it a little bit, though.
So it does have the effect of guarding that stone in the back four, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, that little wick they got was pretty fortunate to move it back out.
Yeah. So what do you think about this idea, Ken? They're changing it.
Yeah, Mothman was looking at the draw, and now what are they looking at?
Okay, Nope.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to figure out where she wanted it and then going over whatever 4 feet or whatever they think the girl's going to be here.
Okay. Now, do you think they're playing the pure draw, or are they trying to do some in-off off that yellow?
I mean, the in-off, you'd only want the slightest of a wick in order to get that line.
Yes, I mean, given all this, I feel like you curl from the other direction. And hey, so do they now, too. Yeah, I agree with this much more.
I mean, either side can work, but this seems to have a slightly better probability.
This side works better. The other direction, there's too many stones in the way. Yes, the path is there, but this is much easier in my opinion. I'd say my expert opinion, but I am not an expert at this hat. Weight feels good. It hasn't started to cut yet. Here it comes.
A little heavy. It's coming back, I think. Might actually chip their red.
Which would be a problem. Okay, remember that question we had earlier about whether the yellow was second shot or not?
Right.
The answer is yes.
No measure
Well,
needed.
it is now. Yep. See, things typically work themselves out.
So draw for 3.
Draw for 3. All they need is inner edge 8 foot. So they have a pi times 2.5 square foot area of target. A fairly large range, put it that way.
Yeah. I'm not doing that math.
Neither am I. I have a computer for that.
Yep. I mean, if they land on either of the red rocks,
Yeah.
they're
If
good.
they land on either red rock, it's good. If they tap their yellow, it probably scrubs everything. It's probably still okay. They're certainly getting 2. They're likely to get 3. There's a way they could get. No, they couldn't. Never mind. It's right over here. There's a way they could get 3. That would be the best they could do. They need the weight. They need the weight.
Oh,
and
they
the
got the
curl.
weight. They just needed to curl a little bit more.
I'm concerned they stayed on it too long. I think they're going to be outside what they need. I think this is going to drift through. Well, maybe not.
That's 2.
2.
It's 2, and they're taking a look. They're still taking a look. Okay, okay, so I'm pretty sure that's 2.
Yeah.
So a little heavy on the draw. Results in a take of 2. Makes the score 5-3. We'll take Yellowstones. We'll take the lead as we reach the halfway point of this game. How's our clock? 45-25. They're right on budget. And that was a very efficient between ends transition there. That was 20 seconds, 25 maybe.
If. Yeah.
And we got plenty of time because the next draw is not scheduled till 1:30,
Well,
but
yeah,
they do
these
want to
games are
scrape.
they're still on the clock. So
Yep.
the rules are still the rules. They
Yep.
gotta hit it by the zeros. And they willed that into play. They're looking because the other skip's like, I don't believe you. And now he believes them. Okay.
Wow.
I had visions of speed squares, and I don't have my curling shoes on, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have mine on either right now.
Not my job.
Nope.
I don't know if I've ever seen one of those squares used. In one, maybe
They're
once
used
a
a
long
lot.
time ago.
They're used a lot more now than they used to
No,
be.
I just mean in our club.
No, I know.
Yeah.
They've been used in our club. I did it. I had to do one during COVID Nationals.
Yeah, and how long ago was that? I'm saying recently.
2020,
It's
yeah.
been.
Yeah.
It's not often that
Yeah.
usually people agree.
It's I think it's more frequent to use them to see if it's on the center line.
Nowadays, yes.
Yeah.
Now that the center line
Is a
rule
thing.
is a thing, it happens a lot more.
I don't think I've ever seen one used to determine if it was across the hog. Yet.
Like I said, I've seen it. It's rare.
Yep.
Oh, nice nose hit.
Nice nose hit in place. Yep. But I've actually seen more of the people had to ask. I don't remember what the rule is because there was a stone that was just past the hog and then another stone nosed it, so it wasn't past the hog. And people were like, "Is this okay?" Yes, it's okay, but it's a rare enough thing that like
It looks weird.
It looks weird.
And then you can have that happen a few times, and you get stuff stacked up behind completely.
The current the current standing record that anybody who I know of is familiar with is 5.
Wow.
Oh.
The fourth one was apparently a mistake.
I mean, I would think all of them were a
No,
mistake.
the first one was supposed to be a high guard.
Oh, I don't know
Whoops.
what happened there.
That
Must have
picked.
picked something.
That
yeah.
had to have picked. But yeah, so Yeah, apparently by the end of that, the lead stone was like 6 feet in front of the hog because just adding the numbers.
Yep.
So if you're ever playing and you end up with a stack of 5 behind the hog line, you just have to throw that 6th one just to get the record.
And get a picture.
Yes, please. Just like we won't, always take photos of 8-unders, we need photos of that too.
Absolutely, I want a photo of that.
Okay, they're going to be guarding up their shot rock. It might overcurl.
It's going to over.
I would stop
well,
sweeping.
Maybe not. No, actually, it's not going to overcurl. It's going to sit just about perfect.
Touching the center line, not that that matters anymore because that was the 5th rock.
Yep, we're outside that zone.
So now we're looking at draws instead. Just need to touch the 4-foot. Good. You do have hammer, so peeling at this point wouldn't be a bad call either.
Yeah, it has a certain appeal.
Uh-huh. But down by 2, so you'd really want to score at least 2 on this end.
Sure, especially since we are in the back half of the game.
So if you can use the yellow guards to hide a couple of your rocks, all the better. Make yellow do the peeling.
Yep.
Looks pretty good. Is it going to get past? Nope, not past the yellow.
Not past the yellow, but it does.
It's got potential. It's not really
and
hittable.
It does. Yeah, it's going to be hard to hit
because of that
stone,
super high guard.
Yep. And the other yellow is exposed over on the right, so you could go after it with a lightweight tap hit kind of thing. So there's some potential there.
Yeah, so that rock is not really visible from the hack, but because that guard is so high, June's pretty sure she can get to it.
And she's probably not wrong. To be honest, it's probably correct.
Yep, line. She's calling line, so it's definitely getting there.
Past the guard, past the other guard. We have contact. We have tap. We have movement. We have
it's
not quite
rock,
enough. It's still shot.
I think. Yeah.
I'm
that
pretty
one's
sure.
closer.
But it's in the back and the yellow's in the front, so
yep.
I don't mind that. I'd rather have that rock back there than where it was.
It is a better situation. Over here on sheet C, we have a hard line call all of a sudden. Not 100% sure why. Couple stone splits. Red now lies 2 as we are getting into skipstone.
I believe so.
Okay, Red's response over here on B was kind of put a stone on the corner of that yellow that is second shot or first shot, but this is light for that. That stone's going to cause issues later.
Yeah, you got a hammer, you don't want that center guard there.
Okay, June. She's calling for a back 8. Tapping her yellow up. Is that your interpretation of that signal?
Yeah, I think so. I think she just wants to raise that 12-foot yellow in towards the center.
Okay. And if she accidentally draws around, she'll sit against that back red, which is also probably okay.
Yep. She was only calling for back 8 weight, so.
Yeah. She's heavy though. This rock from Houston Zampensky is a little heavy, also a little wide, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
By a little, I mean a lot.
It's moving now, but
it's gonna brush, but I don't think it's gonna. No, actually, it might have feathered it.
Yeah.
But it didn't
really do anything.
Didn't do things.
It blew a little air on it.
Yeah. The gentlest kiss on the way home. probably maybe makes it more likely that that yellow in the top 8 is now shot, but I think it already was. Now it just super was. Ish, maybe.
I'm still thinking red might be shot on that one.
We'll see.
Yep.
So Mothman just looking to guard up that the attempt that yellow just did. Let's put a guard there. I mean, at some point they're going to want a second stone in the house, but at this point they.
Burnstone. Apparently they tapped that with their brooms, burned it out.
So second attempt for yellow here.
Yep.
Yellow stones. In more way than one.
They took the yellow and they appear to be doing well with them. So. They've got the tap up, and
yeah, now it counts the red.
That one is shot.
Yes.
And
I still think it's 1 though. I don't think it's yellow 2.
I feel like there's more white outside the yellow than there is outside the red. But I also know that the lens is.
yeah, I'm with Dylan on this.
Hey, you know what? It probably won't matter anyways because I'm sure one of them is going to get moved.
Probably true because there's still 4 stones left this end. 5 stones?
right.
5 stones left this end.
Yep.
So not sure what the call is here. That drum, you're going to
Peeling.
hit the guard. Just peeling the guard?
I guess we're
well,
playing happy fun.
she's way wider than the broom.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
like 2 feet wider.
Well,
At least a foot and a half.
Well, but interestingly, that might make them hit the top. That might hit that top yellow.
That didn't have as much weight as I expected it to have.
Oh.
Well,
And yellow is now 2. maybe 3. Maybe 2. We don't know. And
the 2
June,
problem rocks haven't moved.
Yeah.
Everything else has.
And June immediately was like, let's guard.
Yeah.
Which is the correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're up by 2. You do not have hammer. You're in the back half of the game. You're sitting 2.
And your opponents just gave you a gift.
Guardy.
Yeah, there's little chance of red being able to score multiple here.
Yeah, you might get 3, you might get 2. Doesn't matter. It's fine either way.
Yep. I think is this the hammer here on
No,
sheet
this
C?
is-
No, on C.
Sheet C.
Yeah, sheet C, yes.
Should be.
Okay.
Which
Having a good discussion about it, but
red is
1.
lying 1. Yellow has hammer. The tap up is the correct play.
yeah. Yellow is sitting 2nd, 3rd, 4th,
Yeah. But
maybe 5th.
tap up to take 1 is fine.
Yeah. With the score. Yeah.
Yeah, sheet B,
And
yeah,
Sheet B.
rolls off the red a little bit.
Yeah, but
kind of what they
but
needed there.
She asked for a guard. She got a guard.
Yep.
So by all metrics that actually matter, it's fine. Red getting ready to have Ron Burkhart from Mothman stole my broom someplace in West Virginia.
So just trying to maybe a little heavy draw, bump that yellow back.
That is a lot of speed on C for a raise. Just for a tap raise, that's a ton. What?
Are they trying to do a slash to take? Yeah, I think that's what they were trying, but it didn't work.
That wasn't how you do that.
No. So that's going to be a steal of 1.
Steal of 1. Making it 7-4.
I think they were trying to slash it over to get rid of the red.
Yeah, I
sit
think
for
so.
A pile.
They were trying to make a big number, but
see if they can just get the concession.
So just a guard here on sheet B. So I presume I don't
understand.
Yeah.
I understand neither the whys nor the wherefores on that.
I don't doubt that it was intentional, but it was awful light.
I kind of doubt that it was.
I can't see how that would be intentional. That's some secret plan to get all 3 yellows out of the house by double run backing.
Really good plan. If he's going to rely on the stones breaking in half and doing the whole men with the brooms thing. Is that what we're doing?
So we'll take yellow stones, looking to either at least block the draw path, if not get a 4th one counting.
Except that you think it's only 3. You think there's only 2 counting then.
Oh right, I'm sorry.
No, I'm more than happy to welcome you to Team Yellow.
No. The key is to not leave that outside somewhere that could be used as a weapon.
Yeah. Frankly, higher is better on this.
Yeah.
A guard is better than going into the 4-foot.
Unless you can get it well into the
Unless
well
you
behind
get
the
well
guard.
behind the guard in the 4-foot, which the way June's been curling this game, not impossible.
So waiting for it to cut. Here comes the cut, as they're
comes
always
the
getting on
cut.
this line.
Doobie-doobie-doo, here comes the cut.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Right, blocking the draw path.
Blocking the draw path, which was her plan all along. So she is more than okay with that, I think. So now Ron is
In a bit of trouble.
yeah. Let's put it that way. In a bit of trouble is a good way to put it because he's playing against 2.5. Can we agree on 2.5? It's at least 2. It might be 3. Even 2 is bad.
And what you really don't want to do is bump that one up.
True that. Or worse, bump this one up and
one,
brush this one. So then you've turned it into a 4. So they are wisely looking at the other side of the sheet.
Yep. So trying to run back that red.
Run this red into the 4-foot. At least it's a cutback. You might even get shot out of it. Is that what he's doing?
I'm trying to see what handle they're throwing.
They're throwing the.
On the outturn, it looked like.
I don't know what.
Yeah, that's the outturn.
He's trying to do the raise. He threw a very wide line. He's out turning it. He's trying to do the raise. The weight looks promising. I think he might have this.
Oh.
Not quite, but it did cut it down to 1.
Yep.
And we don't need to do that measure. But we'll never find out who's right.
We will never know. So, cuts it down to 1. Makes it a 6-3 game after 5. How's our clock?
They're starting to fall behind.
They're a little bit behind. It's kind of starting to look like a 7-in game.
Sheet C should get 8.
Yeah, because they're already halfway into the 6th, right?
They're
Close.
I see 4 stones on the sheet already.
Close
so.
enough.
Yeah, and a 5th one that's already out of play there.
Okay, so yeah,
they're well on their way. So the sheet C game is well on clock. This game here on B.
If they pick it up, they can still get it.
Yeah, they're not hopeless yet on terms of time, but they're up again. A complicated end causes a problem.
Yes. But again, clock management is one of the things they need to be used to.
Yep.
Although,
not
these guys.
Yeah, nobody from this event is going to qualify for nationals this year. Well, okay, at least not through this. They could have.
Yeah.
They may win a spot through some other event or something like that.
Yeah, Jackie was saying she thinks that there was 2 other teams that were here. Yeah, I was talking with Jackie Sharp earlier. She said she thinks there was 2 teams in the event or in the spiel that had already qualified.
Okay.
One of which we know about because they played in the last draw. But the other team was a team that's been eliminated.
Ah, okay.
And is not going to qualify out of here. So.
Okay. Do we know who that other team was?
She didn't say.
Okay. And our A event winners will also qualify.
Yep.
Which we know who those teams will be that are playing.
Yes.
It will be the team from Potomac
versus
the team from Triangle, isn't it?
Yes.
Potomac versus Triangle.
Yeah, because it was Gates of the Arctic.
Yeah. Those games will be at 1:30 this afternoon, right here on this very stream.
And so the A event and the D event, which are the runners-up, the 2 teams that just lost the A final, the A semis, those will be our 2 feature games on sheets B and C. And then our B event and our C event finals will be on sheets A and D.
And those will also be streamed.
Yes.
And we will provide look-in commentary on those games because, we do that. But our focus will be primarily on the A final because, well, it's the A final.
Nice draw coming in on sheet B. Looks pretty good, not completely buried. June likes to tap back the center rock here. Or draw on the outside.
Yeah,
no, going for the outside.
That looked like the international symbol for draw.
Over here on C, they were trying to double out the middle ones, I think, but at least they got rid of, well, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's out of the house, so it's fine.
And where they left the rock is kind of set up to double out those yellows.
Yeah. I don't know if this draw gets past the guard. It's starting to cut pretty strong.
No.
Nope. The late split.
Okay, still set up well for a steal here. So
sure.
Even if she's not counting at the moment, but there are lots of rocks left.
Yeah, I mean we're only on rock 6 at the end, so yeah.
So they're debating whether they should get rid of some yellows here because they're dangerous.
Feels like the right choice in my mind.
But the problem is something might jam on that red shot rock is what I'd worry about.
I'd kind of be okay with that risk at the moment. I'm down 3. It's the 6th end of a game that I can't let the end get hyper complex if I want to have 8. So simplifying the problem is probably a good idea right now.
So just going for the draw here on B.
And it's going to tap there. You tap the other one in.
A little farther.
It's going to spill some speed.
Sitting third.
Sitting third.
They did get in one of the yellows a direct hit on sheet C. So things are looking a little better if you red.
June's looking for a T-tap.
Yeah, like a hit yellow, red.
Okay.
It's lined up fairly well.
Yeah, but I don't know how T is the right weight for that.
No, I think it's more. You're not trying to get the red out. You're just maybe using it as a little backing.
Okay, so kind of a tap spin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's more than T. That's hack. Maybe this is her symbol for hack. Different teams have different signals. This is going to be close. She's going to be happy with this, I think.
Yep, look at that, just like she pointed.
Yep.
So it's yellow is only setting 1, but hey, it's, I don't mind that.
It's also moving those. It also moves those red stones
Yep.
further back, and keep
Back of
moving
the
them
tee
back.
line.
Behind the tee is where you lose.
Can't improve rocks behind the tee line.
Well, you can, but it takes a lot of work.
I was just saying, like,
It's not impossible.
the rules of physics do work against you.
Yeah. Well, until you have like 4 rocks. then you
Right.
can
So
do
are
it
they
around the horn.
looking at a run back, or do they think they can hit this directly here?
I think he's.
Well,
direct-
definitely
I think
not.
he's
It's
direct.
not direct now. He's definitely on the red.
No, he's not. He's
Oh,
on the
is
other
he?
curl.
Okay.
If,
Oh, I
he,
love
if,
that
he, if he
curl.
misses the guard, he's just doing the double. Boom and boom.
Okay.
Not quite gonna have enough steam on the second one,
Nope.
but moved it behind the tee. As we were just saying, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
But still, if I'm yellow, I'm not minding that position.
No, I don't mind it. If I'm red, I think I did good work with that. I just don't think I
Yep.
did enough. Okay, June talking to Houston, saying, Houston, we do not have a problem. What do we want to do about it? Okay, so
draw
she's
another one
trying
in,
to
protect
draw
the
it.
shot. Basically, that shot rock is completely
That's-
open now.
Yeah,
So
but that's a challenging place to try to put a guard where she wants it. I feel like this is either going to over curl or it's going to chip off the two yellows that
Well,
are
if it
frozen
over
up in
curls
front of
and
the house.
ticks off the red, that can still roll back to where you want it.
True, but I don't think it's going to curl that much with the broom that she's got in mind. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. I am wrong on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's holding it straight.
She's in the gap right now, but I feel like that's going to over curl.
Oh, yeah.
Technically a little, but not enough to care.
Yeah.
Do
I don't
you-
think you can fit through there.
Yeah. Okay, so he's asking the. It's about right.
What was the question?
So we just had an official intervention. They, in the back of the house, the redstone that's in the back 12, June had accidentally kicked it a little bit when she was finishing off the last stone. So they weren't sure if they put it back in the right place. They didn't.
Oh.
Oh, well,
And tappy, interesting. Okay.
plan X.
I don't know that was Plan X. That may have been what they had in mind. I don't know.
No, they were trying.
I
to
was distracted, so I wasn't paying
They were
attention.
trying to back on red into yellow
Okay.
and overcurled a little too much, and shenanigans happened.
But shenanigans, and shenanigans are perfectly acceptable in this world. So,
Especially in the 5 and under level.
yeah. All right, so red is getting ready to throw their last stone of this sixth end over on sheet C. They have an issue. The issue is there are 3 yellow stones currently sitting 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
Then they're already down 3. I didn't mention that part. I didn't mention that part in the preamble.
Yep.
I don't know what he's got in mind.
Yeah, trying to get rid of multiples, keep their shooter somewhere
Sorry,
that they
what's-
might be able to use.
What she has in mind, my fault. But even giving up 2 here is a problem. You pretty much got to figure out how to score out of this, and I don't see that happening from here.
Not to mention yellow has hammer.
Right, that's what I mean. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't see scoring in this. And unfortunately, what I do
That-
see them doing is over curling and tapping that yellow into that yellow. Yellow's going to be lying 3 with a draw for 4, unless that stone slides too deep, which it
Not
probably
quite.
did not.
Nope. That's
So
still 3.
yellow has a draw for 4, we think. We are pretty sure, frankly.
Yep.
Which would make this an 11-4 game.
Oof.
It's going to be 10-4, barring extreme weirdness.
Teams have been known to make mistakes.
Yeah, like yellow's looking at that red that on the top of the 12 like they have to do something with it, and I disagree with them completely.
Yeah.
This is an exceptionally bad
I don't
idea.
think they were talking about doing anything with that. I think they were wanted to make sure that there was no chance that they would hit it. So they're just trying to draw through the middle and bump into their yellow.
I am going to assume you are correct.
I
Okay.
certainly hope that's the case.
It was like, let's not. I think it was like, let's move the broom in a little because I don't want to take any chance of topping that red.
I'm comfortable with that belief. I'm going with it. I think you're right. Okay, so meanwhile, we are getting ready for we'll take the yellow stones, skip June's first skips stone of this pivotal 6th end. Red is currently sitting 1. Yellow has a lead of 3. That stone red one that is making the point, and red has hammer, by the way, is in a pretty directly inaccessible location. I believe, with no actual evidence, that June's intent is to throw a backline promote on that inner of the 2, not quite apparently frozen
So there's a
yellow
drawn
stones.
seed, draws for 4.
Draw for 4, and
handshakes.
handshakes. So that does make the final score there. Fat Bear sweep 11, Yosemite Yodellers 4.
And Albany wins.
Albany
Either way.
wins. Good job, Albany. Okay.
Albany will be playing in the C final.
Albany will be
So
playing in
should
the C
be
final. The other-
June throwing a rock here, so she's trying to tap back the inner yellow guard.
That
And looks
dangerous
a little
sweeping
wide.
technique. I don't like it.
Remember, going to tap back the outer yellow, but the way they're frozen, it's hard to tell. No, not quite. Okay, does nothing
little
except make things messier.
splitty. No, but it unlocks it for potentially her
Yeah,
second.
she's got another rock, so yep. Yellow. So red will have hammer here, but how do they get 2 or more than 2?
Because clockwise, they are getting questionable. 'Cause I'm gonna bet they're at like 16 minutes right now, 15-10. And there's 3 rocks to go this end, so it's a 7-end game.
Pretty confident.
So yellow, realistically, red needs to score 2 here to have any sort of chance of steal 1 and then figure out a way to steal 1 in the half game.
Yep.
Which would be, to this point, something that no one's figured out how to do, apparently. All right, red's first skip stone is on its way.
Hanging wide.
Trying to do like an angle promote on
Yeah,
that
I
red.
think if
Is
they
that
get
the,
a little
is that the call?
corner of the red, it's
Which-
gonna get there. No.
No, it's gonna. If anything, it's gonna make that back yellow a little better.
No change.
No, well. So June is sitting here in a good position. She will be perfectly happy to give up 1 here. That's fine. So her call is guard this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to give up 1 here because then you
Yeah.
got hammer in the
Yeah.
final end.
Up
so.
to with hammer in what's probably the final end. Give me that every day of the week. Well, okay, don't give me that because I know how to lose that position. I'm
But
really good at losing that
A
position. But
steal
most
one,
curlers,
steal of 1 is fine too, but
sure, but don't do anything that risks giving up a 2 or more to try to get that 1.
So she wants to prevent that tick over.
Yeah. So if she can put a guard up in front of that red that's in the top 12, which this feels like it's gonna be about that, as long as it doesn't over curl in the finish. Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, it did kind of over curl a little bit in the finish.
Yeah, I think you can still
I
get
think you
that
can.
tick.
I think you can get
but
there.
can you get enough weight on it is the question. That's
With the with the late ice cut that is going on at the moment, yeah, I like your. I don't hate their chance. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's a 15% chance.
It's a better for a left-hander.
Yeah, it's not. All I'm saying is it's not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
If June leaves that stone 4 more inches to the left, it is impossible.
And it is a left-handed thrower here, so is that right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's more possible than I would think of would be for me as a right-handed thrower.
Stone is on its way. The sweepers aren't touching it yet. Still not touching it. Still not touching it. Now they're touching it. Now they're not touching it. Now they're trying to cut it. If they get past that guard, they got a chance. Nope, skinny past the outside. Red takes 1. They are down by 2 after 6.
And 11 minutes to go.
11 minutes to go, so barring something ridiculously fast in the 7th end, it is a 7-end game. I have seen ends thrown in less than 10 minutes, but they were ends where both teams kind of looked at each other before and said, "You okay with blanking this? I'm okay with blanking this." And that is not the situation here.
No. Yeah.
So both teams have to realize this is the final end of this C event semifinal. And while we're rolling through the early stones of this 7th and probably final end here in this C event semifinal, just another reminder, if you want to come curl at the Potomac Curling Club in mid-March, while the cherry blossoms are probably out, assuming that the snow ever melts, which is not a safe assumption, come sign up for the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, www.curldc.org. 32-team, 4-event, 3-bracket, pure bracket, a monster of a good time. Get your registrations in by February 15th. Teams will be selected via lottery if necessary, if more than 32 teams have entered. If not, late registrations will be accepted, but we expect it to sell out. So get your registrations in. Come play in our last Bonspiel on sand ice.
Going down there yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to go watch anything. I'm just officiating.
I might. I mean, if I go down, I'll probably sit a clock for a game or two if they need it.
I'll probably email Aaron and see how they're looking for.
Don't try to email Taylor. Don't try to email Taylor. Taylor?
Oh, so Susie?
He's only down. Susie's not great either.
No. Who's the?
Yeah. I don't remember, but I will find out.
It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. So it'd be nice to just go and not actually have to pay attention.
Sure. I mean, hell, if you want to pick a day to go down there and just watch for the day, pick a day that works for you, and we can day trip it.
I'll let you know. Wasn't planning on it. I just wanted to see the volunteering stuff, and then
All right, we are working our way through the middle of this 7th and almost certainly final end of this game because these games were put on clocks in order to get the Bonspiel finished on time. So they had an hour 50 from the start of the game to get to whatever end they're on at that time. They finish that end, and that's the end. And since they've got like 6 minutes left on that clock, they're not going to finish this end, so this will be their last end. Team Mothman stole our Brooms from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, is representing the Albany Curling Club. They are shooting red stones. They are behind by 2 against the Pittsburgh team. Will take the yellow stones, who is up 6-4 and has hammer in this, the pivotal 7th end. Red is currently sitting 2. Red is about to be currently sitting 1. Actually, yellow is sitting 1 because that stone spun into a slightly better position at the edge 12. This is the C event semifinals here at the Potomac Curling Club, GNCC mixed 5 and under Kayser Bonspiel. This is like the 40-something rendition of it, I think. I saw a thing with a number on it once upon a time. I know that it's happened a number of times, and there are a lot of fine names on the trophy. These teams are fighting for the opportunity to play in the C event final in approximately an hour and 20 minutes. They're going to have about an hour to rest between games while the ice crew does a scrape and prep and everything to make the ice as perfect as possible for that last game.
So Mothman made a nice split in, so now they are sitting 2.
Yeah, they are splitting 2.
Their one that wasn't quite biting enough to biting or number fully in.
But one of those stones is completely exposed, and Pittsburgh skip June is basically asking for it to be removed, which makes perfect sense.
Yep,
she has the hammer, so she's okay with giving up a steal of 1 if necessary. The big important thing is that she holds them 2 at most 1.
Right, so hit anything red and...
Hit anything red. Frankly, hit anything, period. Don't give red anything to hide behind or freeze to or anything like that. Just make it as simple a thing as possible and be confident that you'll do what you got to do with your last stone. Basically, at the moment, we're just trading hits. Although that's more of a tap than a hit. That's not going to get that out, is it?
Not even to the tee. So now, yep, hit red.
Which actually, that's definitely yellow's strategy is to hit out of red. But red's strategy of not removing yellow stones actually kind of makes sense, because what you kind of want to do is you need someplace to put stones to hide.
Or freeze or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Now, they would have liked to have moved that yellow stone back behind the tee, but even where it is, that's still a stone. That's actually right now. That's actually an asset for red.
Yeah, they can freeze to it and then hit it back later. They can freeze to it.
They can. There's all kinds of things there's all kinds of stuff they can do with it.
But still, getting rid of anything red is a good call here.
Yep. And that's what it looks like. Looks like is going to be getting done here. Houston, Zemanski doing the hit. Yellow lies 2. Doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is if red can somehow get to where red's lying 2. Any other situation, yellow wins.
So red going for the hit and hopefully roll behind the guards.
Yep.
It's going too wide for the roll behind. Still trying desperately for the hit now. I think they can get a piece of it.
I'm not even sure they've got the hit.
Nope. Field goal.
Flash through. That's a problem. Yellow is running out of stones to be able for that sort of error. They've only got their 2 skip stones left, right? Yeah.
Yep, so now June actually is calling for a guard there.
Jamie. They're at like 2 minutes. Yep.
All right, another attempt at the hit and roll. Gotta be buried.
Yeah, pretty much if this stone's not enough, that actually is basically game.
Uh-oh.
Is that chipping off the? Yes, it is. That is, I mean, it's not officially game, but it's game. Red has no path to make 2 out of this.
Yeah, and if June chips that red out, then it will be game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that pretty much eliminates the drama.
And of course, you don't want it to jam. That would be bad.
There are things that could happen here. It is not over yet. It's not over till the.
One could argue it'd be safer just to draw one in or something than to go for this.
Frankly, yeah, but. And that's what they're doing.
Or discarding the shot rock. I think I heard the word guard. But maybe that was just a suggestion.
Well, yeah, because in order for red to make 2, they've got to deal with both of these yellow stones.
So there's no reason to hit that red one in front because they can't promote it and have it in counting position.
Yeah.
Well, overcurls a little, but still, how are you going to get 2 out of that with your final red? I see Alan doing the math here.
So the only thing I see that even has the slightest possibility of working, and it's very slight, is you blast in the stone that they're currently holding the broom by right now at pretty high speed. Your shooter bounces off of it and chips this yellow out and ends up sitting over here, and this has to catch this and spin them both out on the way out.
And then count on yellow not hitting either red with the hammer.
And then yellow has their shots. Then yellow has their hammer. Is this the odds are not good, but that's all.
That's all. Go for it.
That is literally all that they have, and they're gonna try it, and they should. And this is a time when the skip's hat is quite appropriate. It says smash. He needs to do this. This is going to have some oomph.
Yep,
it's going to have to be perfect. But it is the physics are there if he hits the exact right spot with enough force. It is possible.
Has to have enough weight to get all 3 of the yellows almost completely out of the house.
I believe he's thrown enough weight at it. Maybe. It's tight.
I think it's just going to nose.
I don't know that he gets there. Yeah, well, no. Ooh, boom, boom. Okay, he did. He did 2/3 of the job. But That puts this to the end. Red has technically thrown all their stones, so yellow does technically score 1, making the final score 7-4. We'll take the yellow stones, moves to the C event final over Mothman Stole My Broom someplace in West Virginia. So that brings us to the end of this. Thank you for joining us. We will see you back here at 1:30. Is that correct? 1:30 p.m., hour and 15 minutes from now, for our final events.
For the bagpipes.
For the bagpipes. Thank you very much,
And
everybody.
I do see
Have
a
good
piper in the room here.